Okay, Andy Pants here with a tutorial on how to make these lovely little ATC cards. I am using them in a scrapbook that I'm making for my girlfriend, which will mostly be for journaling purposes. And so I've put little journaling spots on the bottom, but they are a mixture of decoupage and stamping and ink. So we're going to go over and I'm going to show you how to make one, and you can make them for any sort of little project that you have. I pre-cut my papers, and we're going to start with, I did 2.5 by 3. And I always start with a base brown. I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Inks in Antique Linen. I always like to use a piece of foam or like a self-healing mat when I do my stamping, in order to give it some squish. Now that we have our background done, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of decoupage, and for this you're going to need either the perfect paper adhesive, or I just like to use some simple Mod Podge. And we're going to take a napkin. You just take a decorative napkin and you pull all the white layers of tissue off the back of the napkin so that you just have the front. It's mostly going to be sheer, so it really doesn't matter what color it is as long as it's not a dark color. For this part I'm going to use StazOn ink because my Mod Podge is glossy and it creates a resist. You're going to want something that's going to be able to penetrate through that glossy look of the Mod Podge. So I'm using StazOn ink to go over the Mod Podge portion. Now we're going to go back over it with the archival ink just to kind of give it some continuity. Now because I'm a messy scrapper, the back of mine looks terrible. It's not really fit for journaling. So what I do is I take a second piece and I use the Heidi Swapp Scrappy Glue because it dries hard and it gives the two pieces of somewhat flimsy paper a little bit of a firmness. These two pieces didn't fit that well together, so I have a lot of white edge showing, so I'm just going to trim this up. Take your edge color again. Go over your edges one more time, mostly to get that back edge. And now go ahead and color the back. Now because my other ATCs have already used this same stamp on the back, I'm going to continue that in the brown just for some continuity in my album that I'm using this for. And that's how you make these little decoupage artist training. And these things are really great for pockets in an album. You just tuck them in, and then there's all sorts of little journaling spots for people to use in their albums. Thanks for watching.